Flan is a dessert that looks as if it might be complicated, but is so easy to make. This classic single-serving flan is creamy, lightly sweet, and silky smooth with a hint of sweet caramel. Let me show you how to make it. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to first make the caramel. Stir 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 tablespoon of water in a heavy 1-quart saucepan over low heat until the sugar dissolves. This takes about 2 minutes. Increase the heat to medium-high and boil without stirring until the syrup is a deep amber color, swirling the pan occasionally. This process takes me between 7 to 9 minutes, and be sure to watch this process carefully. The color goes from light amber to deep amber very quickly. Pour the caramel into a 10-ounce ramekin. Working quickly, tilt the ramekin, coating the bottom. The caramel will harden when you pour it into the ramekin. It's okay if you aren't able to coat the entire bottom of the ramekin with the caramel. It will soften up again as it bakes. Set the ramekin aside. Now here's a tip. To clean the hardened caramel from the saucepan, fill the pan with water and bring it to a boil, or pour boiling water into the pan. The caramel will melt away. Next, we'll make the custard. Stir 1/2 cup of whole milk and 2 tablespoons of sugar in a small saucepan over medium-low heat, just until the sugar dissolves. Don't bring the milk to a boil. The milk should be lukewarm, and this process takes me about 2 minutes. Whisk 1 large egg in a small bowl until well blended. Then, very slowly, whisk in the warmed milk. You'll need to whisk constantly, and don't pour the milk in too quickly, or you might risk cooking the egg. You want to slowly increase the temperature of the egg. Then whisk in 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Strain the mixture through a fine mesh strainer, which will leave behind the bubbles from whisking. You can do this by either putting the strainer directly over the ramekin or straining the milk mixture over a bowl. The best way to ensure that your custard is smooth is to strain it. Now we're going to make a water bath, or a bain-marie, which is a dish of water used to bake recipes requiring gentle, even heat. It insulates the dish so that it doesn't overcook. Please don't be put off by this. It's incredibly easy. A small to medium-sized roasting pan works well. Today I'm using a 5 by 5 inch baking dish. Place the ramekin in the center of the larger baking dish with high sides. Place on a small baking sheet so that it's easier to handle. Using a tea kettle or measuring cup, pour hot water around the ramekin until it reaches about halfway up the sides of the ramekin. Be careful not to pour water into the custard. Bake the flan for 45 minutes until the custard is just set around the edges, but is still just a bit jiggly in the middle. It will continue to cook as it cools. Keep the ramekin in the water bath for about an hour to cool. Remove the flan from the water bath. Cover the ramekin tightly with plastic wrap and chill overnight or up to 3 days. When the flan is ready, unmold it by running a knife around the sides of the ramekin. Invert a plate on top of the flan and turn the ramekin and plate over. If the flan doesn't release immediately, just let it sit inverted for a minute or so and it should eventually slide out. Enjoy the flan right away. Please be sure to check out these great videos and click below to like and subscribe. At One Dish Kitchen, cooking for one is all we do. Bye for now.